end of my road and we lost power. So here we are in the continuation of week 2 kitchen chemistry. When we ended class, or when I ended class last week because of the power issue, we were making a graph. And if you were able to finish your graph, it should look something like this. We were graphing the height of children. Okay, this is our line graph. You see on the bottom, I have my x-axis and it's labeled. I have age. On the y-axis, across the vertical axis, I have height. I have my information graphed, and then I have my key. Does anybody have a graph that they made of that data that they would like to share? If you do, I'll turn your camera on. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get into our M&M lab. So does anyone have something they'd like to share? No? Okay. What we are going to do now is we are going to do a graphing activity with M&Ms or Skittles, whatever type of package of candy you have. So go ahead and grab your candy container. And once you have your candy, click yes for me. And a piece of graph paper you need. So you should have your candy package and some graph paper. And then go ahead and click yes for me, please. All right, Britton. All right, you're both ready to go. So what we are going to do in our lab today is we are going to graph the colors, but instead of a line graph like we made last time, we are going to make a bar graph. So we are going to graph the colors that are in our M&M package. Hi, Ian. I'm glad you were able to join us. We were just starting our M&M lab. We all have our package of M&Ms or package of Skittles, whatever kind of colored candy you have. And what you are going to do is you are going to open your package up into a bowl. So my M&Ms, and I'm going to change my camera to view my bowl here. My M&Ms are sitting in a bowl. So go ahead and open your package into either a bowl, into a container, something to hold the M&Ms. A piece of paper, it doesn't really matter. And then you are going to go ahead and separate the M&Ms into different colors. All the oranges together, the greens together, the yellows together. Okay, now I'm going to switch cameras here. Now, as we're doing this lab, I need you to remember that every bag of M&Ms, Skittles, whatever you are doing, whatever you are using, is different. So what I find in my bag is going to be different than what you have in your bag. Once you have everything separated out, we need to make a data table. I'm going to take a scratch sheet of paper, and I'm going to draw my data table. I'm going to make it, hopefully, so you can see both here. My data table is going to be nice and simple. A box. I have blue M&Ms. I'm going to write that up top here. So you should see, like that. And I'm going to record the rest of my data. My data table, very simple. I'm going to count how many blue M&Ms I have. So I have 11 blue M&Ms. I have 3 green M&Ms. I have 7 red M&Ms. I have 8 yellow M&Ms. I have 11 brown M&Ms. And I have 18 orange M&Ms. So my data table looks like this. Has all of the information I am going to need to make my bar graphs. I will put it back up for you to look at in a second, but when you are done with your data table, click yes. If you are not doing the lab along with me, please go ahead and use my data. I just turned my camera off for a second. I'm going to put it up on the whiteboard. Oh, so remember, if you do not have your data, you are going to use mine. Okay, so click yes. When you have all your data. Okay, so go ahead and click yes when you have your data. All you're doing is counting your M&Ms, your Skittles, whatever you are using, and sorting them into piles based on color. I have 6 different colors. You may not. You may have a different number. All right, everyone has their data, their information. Perfect. Now we are going to set up our graph. On class on Monday, we made a line graph. Right now, we are going to practice making a bar graph. I have my graph all set up already that I will share with you. I have it on my graph paper. Across the x-axis, which is the bottom axis, I have the different color M&Ms. Across the y-axis, I have a number of M&Ms. This time, each square in my graph is equal to 1 M&M. And then at the top, I have my name of my graph, which is M&M colors. So if you can make sure that your paper is set up similar to mine, that would be awesome. Then I'm going to have you graph your information, and we are going to share our graphs with each other and compare. So take a minute. Now, I had 11 blues, which is my first color. So I'm going to draw an example for you. So if you look at my graph, I had 11 blue M&Ms. I counted up 11 squares. And I now colored in my bar. When I'm doing a bar graph, I use 2 squares next to each other to create my bar. So now I'm going to do my yellow. And my yellow had 8. So I'm going to count up to 8. And I'm going to make my bar. Which will look like this. Go ahead and complete your bar graph. When your graph is complete, click yes. Okay, when you're done with your graph, click yes. Go ahead, Britton, you have a question?
Are you waiting? Are you waiting for somebody to do something?
Yep, I'm waiting for everyone to finish doing their graphs. And so we're waiting on one more person to click yes. So we'll just be patient for another minute or two. Oh, all set, they clicked yes. So perfect. Now what I'd like to do is I would like us to share our graphs with each other. So it looks like you all have web cameras turned on. I'm going to share mine first. Here is my graph. From my graph, you can tell that I have the most orange M&Ms. So I'd like you to share your graphs and then tell us something about your graph. I'm just going to go right down in order. So Brianna, you are first. I am going to click your camera on. You are going to need to click OK or yes to share your camera with me. There should be a little button that comes up underneath my picture asking you if you would like to share. And there, oh, I can see you now, so I'm going to turn my mic off. Go ahead and turn yours on and share something about your graph with us. Your microphone's not on yet, Brianna. Go ahead and click your microphone button too.
So, the name of my graph is M&M numbers, and as you can see, I had blue, red, yellow, green, purple, and orange. And then the most of what I had is orange. I had most orange. And then I drew numbers on the side, and then I drew up. And, well, that's my graph.
Great job. Thank you very much, Brianna. All right, Britton, you are next. Go ahead and you should see underneath my picture a icon for you to click yes to allow us to see your video. Underneath my video, there should be a button that says yes or okay to share your video. Do you see that button? Oh, go ahead and make sure your mic's on. Click it again.
Mine is gummy bears. Mine is gummy bears. I have 17 yellow, so you can see this, and 16 orange, and 14 red.
Awesome, great job. Thank you very much. I think I would rather be eating gummy bears than M&Ms at the end of lab. So you picked a better candy. All right, Ian, go ahead and click your video on. While he's getting his video on, Brianna, if you have a question, go right ahead.
I'm just going to ask if we can eat the M&Ms.
Wait till we're done, then you certainly can if it's okay with your parents. All right, Ian, go ahead, turn your mic on, and tell us about something about your graph.
All right, tell us something about your graph.
I have 14 blue M&Ms. I have 17 yellow M&Ms. I have 14 green M&M. I have 23 orange M&M. I have 9 brown M&M. I have 15 red M&M.
Okay.
All right, great job. Thank you very much, Ian. It was great to see you all on camera and see your graphs. Now that was a bar graph that you just made. We made a line graph the other day. The only other type of graph that is most common in science are pie graphs or circle graphs. Now, for a pie graph, we are going to make one real quick as a class. So what I need to know, and I'd like you guys to write it up on the whiteboard, is what your favorite animal is. And we are going to make this pie graph together on the whiteboard. So what is your favorite animal? Okay, mine is a dolphin. So go ahead and write your favorite animal up on the whiteboard for me. Remember, your whiteboard is bottom right-hand screen. You can make your whiteboard larger by clicking the little arrow that's pointing up and to the right on that purple toolbar. I don't care how neatly you write. If you want to use the pencil, I just drew an arrow to where the pencil is, and you can free draw. If you want to type, you can use the one with the 2 arrows pointing at it. Or if you're having trouble writing on the whiteboard, you can text it to me in the chat window. But what is your favorite animal? We have a bear, a giraffe, a hamster, a beaver, sorry about that. And we should have one more. If you're having trouble writing on the whiteboard, you can put it in the text chat. That is perfectly fine. No, a lion. Okay, so what we have is we have 5 different animals because no one had the same animal in common. So in order to make a pie graph or a circle graph, we need a circle. So I just drew a circle up on our whiteboard. Now we need the same thing, we need a title. So our title for our graph is going to be Favorite Animals. And we have 5 different animals, so we need to divide this graph into 5 different pieces. So I'm going to take my line, and I'm going to do my best to divide this into 5 equal pieces. And in a pie graph, we color the different pieces of the graph different colors. Now this is very hard to do on a whiteboard, so I'm not going to be able to color all the way in, but I'm going to color part of each pie graph a different color. If you were making this on your piece of paper or if you were using Excel to make the graph, you would make it fill in the entire piece of pie. And now I need to make my data or my key to go along with this. So I have giraffes. They are going to be yellow. I have a lion. It's going to be green. I have a hamster. Is going to be blue. I have a beaver. It's going to be pink. And a dolphin is going to be orange. Whoops. And that is my key that goes along with my pie graph. Pie graphs, you always have to fill the entire circle in. So I have 5 different sections because I had 5 different animals. Now let's pretend that, oh, a baby hamster, I'm sorry. Let's pretend that 2 of us, let's pretend we have different data and there were only 4 people in the class and 2 people said dogs and 2 people said cats. Our pie graph would look different. It would be split in half. Half of it would be orange, and half would be pink. And our key that went along with it would say dog equals orange, cat equals pink. And we would need a title that said, let's see, types of pet. And that would be our pie graph. So those are the 3 most common types of graphs that we use in science. Now, next week, there is some more materials on your syllabus for you guys to have during class. We are going to make sort of a slimy mixture in class. It's a really fun lab. You need just a few simple materials that you probably already have at home. So make sure you take a look at your syllabus so you can do the lab along with me. Your homework for the week is to make a graph. It is up on the Moodle site for you already. Since we did have that technical issue with me losing power, your homework is not due next week until Friday. I wanted to make sure that everyone got a chance to finish the class before, and now you'll have a week. So you don't have to rush to do it over the weekend. You'll have until next Friday to turn your homework in. Does anyone have any questions on your homework or on class? All right, well, thank you again for being so understanding and coming to the second half of the makeup of this class. And I will see you all on Monday during our normal class. I hope you have a great day.